Off TSM and now finding Team Burger. They want a piece of it as well. This is another one of our match point teams, and it's going to be a prayer to the skies for Keon. He hits the Valkyrie and hopes, beyond hope, he can find somewhere.
TSM win that fight against Burger, by the way. Burger will be eliminated as Falcons get one back up. Alliance trying to dive on into the northern side of this zone and have found somewhere to play as TSM do get eliminated. By the way, Enter Force 36 are above Alliance here, but they're on blues.
Alliance are so kitted when it comes to fighting here. I mean, just look at the loadout. Falcon's gone. They're not going to win it here. Fury are gone. They're not going to win it here. And with the Gold Mastiff, a Kraber, full Red Evo, and with ExoClan falling as well, it's another step closer here.
5 out of 11 squads remain on match point, but we have already cut away 4. Liquid Alienware go down, and it's Virtus Pro who are able to stay on top in that engagement as well. As LG, look at this position.
Old school Apex, you know, just center zone, blue shields. Come and kill us.
A 50% chance that the game ends here in match 9. The whole tournament could be achieved by LG, honestly, with the position they find themselves in, but Alliance also want to do a job. They recognize that E36 are weak here.
And they take the hype from them. They're going to have to force this fight, Alliance. Zone closing in around 10 seconds time, but having got the blue armor checks, Effect is just waiting for Hackis and Unlucky before he throws down the catwall and splits their path towards his zone.
There is that Dark Veil, allows them to cross, allows them to relocate here. Hackis just staying back, by the way. He had a little peek through.
He's got that Kraber. Maybe he's just trying to bait his two teammates, see if he can hit one big shot. And that makes it very easy. Complexity, by the way, in the kill feed as well, taking down 2 members of Envy. Yanya and Dropped are down.
Effect dancing around these rocks. You can see Alliance are hesitant, but that is a big chunk. And Unlucky says, yes, let's go.
Slam comes in, it forces the bubble. Hackis sends that Skynade up and hopes it's going to come down with a bang! And down with a bang it does! Hackis taking this game over! Into Force 36 eliminate, but now the third party! Now the third party and it's Guild!
Guild have arrived, and Guild trying to spoil it for Alliance, but Alliance are holding well here. They've done a lot of damage. Effect and Hackis back to back trying to take on Guild.
Complexity have gone as well! Another match point team will fall. Guild firing down onto Effect. It's a beatdown! It's a melee! Of all things that takes down Effect, Hack is still alive, still with a Kraber. But is this task just too much?
Now everyone's here. Aurora want to get involved in this one. And do VKG as Guild get eliminated. 7 squads now remain. VKG pick up the pieces, but Hackis will survive. But Aurora now say, actually, maybe we want a bite of this one.
VKG. Still alive, still kicking. Hackis might not be saying that in a few seconds' time as well, but he hits the no-scope! He hits the no-scope! Alliance have gone though, even though Hackis gave it everything.
5 squads remain, 3 on match point. Only Virtus Pro or Aurora could keep us going here. If anyone else wins, they will be the champions here in Japan. Go Next, can you imagine if they pull off a victory here?
VK Gaming, they want to be aggressive. They want to try and take this win. But have they overcommitted here? QQ, he's down. Trying to stick the rest. VK will not win it. It was a big decision, a brave decision. But was it the right one? As Aurora will win that fight.
Go Next on height at the moment, just watching over Aurora.
That nade could be juicy.
Oh, there's so much damage being taken by the ring, and the nade's done the damage as well onto 9 Impulse.
Just rolls it down, caresses the grenade. They don't want to overcommit to this because they're worried about getting third party. Funk's still on blue. Aurora eliminated, we're down to 3.
VP the only team who were not on match point before this game. If they go down, it would be LG or Go Next as our champions.
And Sweet Dreams stands center mass. Flanked by Sykes, flanked by Funk, to prove that he's still got it. Go next now. See the bubbles go down and they send the Cowboy down as well. They split the zone. They completely own this side.
They might force the fight, force VB into LG, and then they can just wait. Will Go Next get the chance here to win this whole damn thing?
The wall goes down as well. Surely LG and VP have to engage. They're so close that they can almost smell each other at this point.
Dark Veil's gone though. And maybe that was the chance. All bubbles. Now in the slam!
The slam for VP, but Go Next will hold. Zidane. It's Sykes. LG looking to claim their destiny, but it's Go Next who win it. They are your ALGS Championship champions here in Sapporo, Japan, and EMEA claims the throne.
Talk about an underdog story! That would not have been on your bingo card. And look what it means to them.
The ultimate underdog story. But this has been the tournament that EMEA have reminded us just how damn good they are. And for those three gentlemen, a moment they will never, ever forget.
Cast your mind back to when Alliance were so close to winning this tournament, and Go Next toppled them earlier to keep us going to further matches. And they earned the right not only to be in this match point finals, not only to be in the position to potentially win, but in that match, they dominated their position. They bullied people out of their spots. And then it was the Catalyst wall that allowed them that extra time, that extra little ability to breathe and plan and assess how they were gonna win that final circle. And it is absolute ecstasy on that stage as EMEA stand tall here in Japan.
Enjoy it, lads. Remember this moment, because you've got a full house in front of you. And I mean it with all due respect, there was a hell of a lot of teams who were named before yours as being the ones to lift that trophy. But you have proved, if you put in the time, you put in the effort, and you believe in your teammates, then this is what you can do. You could become the ALGS champions.
And of course you see the other pictures of players disappointed that they weren't the ones celebrating and won't be those ones lifting the trophy. It's always tough to see this side of it, but you have to live for these moments on your screen. You said it best, a moment that they will never, ever forget.
And for the fans out there who are sat at home right now in Europe, who I don't know what time it is over there right now, but to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. If you're here with us, please enjoy this moment, because EMEA, I think, as a region, has demanded some respect. It's always been talked down a little bit in comparison to some of the bigger names. It's been the talk of a couple of, the big teams who maybe have a hope of winning it, but Go Next showing there's some depth in the region. And while we kind of talk about the region, let's have a look back at that winning moment, Dan, because I mean, so much happened in that winning moment. Go Next will want to watch this 8,000 times.
I mean, ever since day one of this tournament, it was EMEA on the tip of our tongues, because they were the ones who were stepping up, who were finding points, but wasn't necessarily Go Next the ones that were first in that line. It was the Alliance of the world. GG even popped up a little bit here or there. Exo Clan were named, but Go Next, they demand the respect, as they will be the champions. And we look back at this lobby, there were so many key fights that led to that moment of the final circle. Alliance, what a valiant effort as well. They fought off, it felt like horde mode at one point. Team after team, even Hackis going for a no-scope and hitting it to try and keep them alive. But alas, it was not going to be Alliance's day.
And in this final fight, 3 teams survived. VP, the only team that could have stopped the tournament ending right now. They knew it as well. They tried to slam for height. They tried to push. Go next down into LG and force that fight. This is the POV of Sykes as the Gibby ults come down. But it might have just been the cat spikes, Dan. The cat spikes in the bubble that slowed everybody down, and Go Next are the last team standing.
It may have even been the cat spikes that got the final kill, looking back at that one, to be honest. And we were mentioning it at the start of today, Catalyst has been a key legend in final circles when she gets there, and Go Next were able to utilize her perfectly. Alliance will take second place with 95 points. It is an EMEA 1-2. The Giants, Team Falcons, finish in third. Shopify Rebellion, 72 in fourth. And Virtus Pro in fifth position, followed by Complexity. An incredible tournament. And even if it may be an unexpected ending to some, an absolute perfect ending for EMEA and Go Next.
Absolutely incredible stuff. And now it is the biggest moment of the Go Next player's career. It is time for us to go down and crown our champion.
APEX ファミリーの皆様、決勝はいかがでしたでしょうか。ALGS の優勝チームでございまして、Go Next でございます。Congratulations, absolutely incredible performance from you guys. Phenomenal stuff here all the way through. 皆様、素晴らしいことではないでしょうか。本当にかっこよかったですね。I want to ask you a couple of questions. My first question for you guys is, coming into the finals day, how confident were you? 一番最初の質問ですが、決勝前、どれほどの自信ありましたかって。はい。
Hello, hello everyone. This crowd is amazing. First of all, I want to appreciate my boys. I was tilted. They put me back on the ground. I IGL'd as I know, and these boys are the best team in the world.
緊張しながらチームから応援されて、すごいそれで力になって全員で優勝できることができました。かっこいいです。はい。Second question なんですけれども、So my second question for you guys is, what are you most proud of about your team performance today?
I think what I'm most proud, we had all individual mistakes. I'm proud that we kept the calm. Everyone was confident, and especially the way we play as well. We came into here being underdogs, and we left world champions. All I have to say is believe, and if you have God by your side, you can do it.
Alright. 質問なんですけれども、パフォーマンスのどちらの部分が誇りに思っていらっしゃいましたかって聞いたら、 隣に神様がいてくれれば何でもできるし、こちらに入ってきて誰も優勝できると思ってなくて、出るときは世界チャンピオンになることができました。そして最後の質問になるんですけれども、友人や家族やみんなの前で優勝できることは一体どういう意味をお持ちなのでしょうか。 What does it mean to come here all the way to Sapporo and win in front of your friends, fans and family watching all around the world? What does that mean to you?
I think it means everything. I think this was the best crowd ever that I ever played every LAN. The fans are amazing. And as I said once again, we came as underdogs, and living in a championship as world champions means everything for me and the boys. I don't think there is words that can describe this moment.
もうこの瞬間説明する言葉はないです。素晴らしすぎて、もう本当に優勝できて素晴らしいことではないでしょうか。Go Next ALGS 4年目の優勝チームは Go Next でございます。盛大な拍手をお願いします。
Go Next have answered. They are undeniable. Your champions of the ALGS Year 4. And sometimes when you look at a group like this, an underdog, no one picked, no one thought coming, it reminds us that the world has a little bit of magic in it left. That dreams can come true and become a reality that none of us thought were possible. 21, 20, and 23 years old, sitting in the champion's chair. It is Go Next who say go next to the rest of the lobby. We are on top. And maybe that is the most fitting end to the biggest and most impactful LAN we have ever had in our scene. Lauren, they say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Well, this was the opportunity, and these boys were certainly prepared.
Absolutely. I mean, they were a team that I think, like Mark was saying, I don't think any of us really gave their fair shake, right? We were so focused on some of the other juggernauts that were coming through all of these different brackets, and to Go Next credit, they made it through winners, sure, but they were in 8th at the very bottom of that bubble. They were only 2 points above surviving, and then they come through here, somehow make it into one half of the lobby that have hit match point. Find themselves in that Cinderella situation, and I mean, this is a fantastic story for them.
Fairy tales kind of come to mind because this is the stuff that you would write. It would seem fantastical, it would seem unbelievable, but yet it is our reality. The ALGS has a new champion, and it's a champion snipe that has been grinding for so long behind the scenes. Their respect is finally given, and it certainly was due for Go Next.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that leaderboard had us in the first half, and we kind of said it from the beginning, is that this tournament felt a little more close-knit, a little more random in terms of the teams that were performing. I think throwing E-District in the mix was a big switch-up, and to see a new champion, especially a team that was an underdog, I think that alone gives so much hope to those aspiring to be something. It's not just the front runners, it's about the work ethic, it's about everything you put into it. It doesn't matter what other people think, it's about what you believe and what you think that your team can accomplish, and they came out here and they're sitting in that chair.
And as you can look back at this winning moment, Jamerson, well, the theme was fate is calling, and Go Next did what they needed to do to make sure that they were the ones who answered.
Yeah, and we talked about it, about how it was an incredibly close tournament. When we really look at the group stages, only 20 points separated Alliance from Go Next as we moved out of the group stages. That is an incredible spread. We haven't had something like that. But in between Alliance and Go Next, in that group stages, how close it was. Noctem at 145 points, Aurora at 143, and Go Next at 142. It was that tight-knit throughout, but it was EMEA dominance, and it was Go Next for EMEA representing and lifting that trophy.
2 rats, 1 controller. An org we had been calling for quite a while. Hayarka, Ushako, and of course Zidane, who had always shown up as one of, maybe if not the most dangerous individual players when given a chance. This was the winning opportunity, and that catalyst, Lauren, it played such a big role in giving Go Next the opportunity to force LG and Virtus.pro into an uncomfortable position, almost an unwinnable position for them.
Yeah, and we heard Mark and Dan talking about that as well, because you saw VP try to go for that slam to see if they could maybe move Go Next off of their position. They're able to maintain that height. LG down there at the bottom, combined with everything else that they're trying to deal with on the ground, the catalyst specifically, I mean, it was the perfect situation, and Go Next really kept their cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge moment. You would think that teams that were more versed in the spotlight would be prepared for it, but Snipe, that's not always how it goes. This theme was so appropriate of looking at what could happen. Maybe these oddballs, these teams that no one truly thought would make it. I mean, you look at Zidane, he's got $7,000 in total winnings in his Apex career. He's about to add 200,000 more to it.
Yeah, he is in a very elite group now with some of the best players, some of the people we've been watching and supporting, and I think it's time for their team to be on the map. We see what it is. It doesn't matter what your online results are. It doesn't matter what your Pro League results are. It matters what happens at these LAN tournaments, and he and the rest of his team has just put themselves in an elite category.
And speaking of that, by the way, yeah, elite category indeed. Our 4th LAN winner this year, a 4th different LAN winner this year. Absolutely insane.
Here was the reaction when Go Next realized that it was happening. Disbelief from Hayarka. He stands on the table. The emotion is flowing through him. The crowd in here to win it in front of these fans in Japan. It's got to be life-changing. He's realizing not just the money, but the moment that he has captured. There are so many people here in this world who want to have a feeling like that one day, Snipe. It's surreal, and he knows it, that he got to have one.
I'll tell you what, sometimes when it comes to fruition and every single piece of work that you put in, you know, the doubt, the other people doubting you and all of this, and then when it finally, you get that moment, it boils over. Some people boil over with, you know, I've almost passed out after winning a tournament before because I started freaking out so much. He's jumping on tables. I wouldn't be surprised if he felt the same.
Major news here. $600,000 for this team of Go Next to split amongst the 3. Alliance, they were obviously the most dominant team across the points, but because they didn't win, they will take 2nd place, but still a cool $300,000. That adds on to, I believe, the $600,000 they've already won throughout this year. They're nearly $1 million in earnings, so Alliance won't be too upset with that. And Falcons right behind them, a huge bounce back. Jamerson, after placing 20th in Split 2, now 3rd place. That's going to feel good and obviously encourage these guys that they did make a good decision. They just weren't right there.
Yeah, the thing for Falcons was at Split 2 coming in 20th, that started a drought for them where they were not able to get a win on a map until just yesterday. They went almost, I think, 40 some odd maps before, or matches before they finally got another win in their belt, and that must have been a huge relief. We saw it on their faces.
Yeah.
Waltzy looked like a different man. I had never seen any of them respond in that manner to a match win. Typically it's, oh yeah, you know, this is business as usual.
Yeah.
You've never seen that kind of stress on their face before.
And the story gets to continue, of course, on to whether and when, or even if, they will hoist a trophy as the super team. Clearly, a lot of teams in Apex Legends have the ability to be super. Now, I know you might be a little sad, so am I, to be fair. This has been a long tournament, a long year, and well, I don't know what else is left. Wait, actually, I am hearing something. We are going again, actually, because year 4 may be over, but year 5 is right around the corner, and I mean right around the corner. In fact, our preseason qualifiers for year 5 begin on the 22nd of February. In 3 weeks, we start again, so you will not have to wait long. Make sure you spend some extra time in Japan. You take a break because the ALGS will be back, and it will be back in a new way. We have listened to your feedback. We're going to be introducing legend bands. The way those will work will be phenomenal. The most picked legend will actually not be playable for the rest of the series. Teams will have to keep adapting, and that will continue to happen throughout the game. So you might see no Newcastle after game 1 and then no Gibraltar after game 2. How will you see the depth and diversity of these players operate? You're also going to see a new map, Broken Moon, will be introduced into the rotation. And also, the biggest Apex Legends Battle Royale LAN in history is coming shortly. 160 teams. We'll have 120 of those teams from Pro League all around the world automatically invited, and we will qualify 40 teams from our PLQ. That means that in 3 weeks, you could start the process. Maybe you and your squad will be a part of one of those 40. You thought LANs were too exclusive, not enough teams, not enough region representation? That's done, baby. Year 5 is here, and it is bigger than ever. I cannot wait to walk you guys down that road as it continues. But Lauren, obviously the exciting things keep on coming in Apex. We've just ended one element of our I guess competitive cycle, but a new one is about to begin.
Absolutely. I mean, you caught me for a second there. I was about to go sign up myself.
Yeah.
Get ready.
There's a spot.
I mean, why not?
Can we, you know?
There is never, it's never a bad thing to get more competitive Apex spread throughout the calendar year. I mean, I think we saw that with BLGS as well. Like, people are chomping at the bit to not only participate in a new way, but also then continue being able to follow their favorite players, their favorite teams, and just see what everybody's doing during the off season. Well,
an incredible moment we have just experienced. Go Next walk in as underdogs, they walk out as champions. 2024 comes to an end in the beginning of 2025 with our championships here in Sapporo. And Go Next have the last word. We'll see what happens, of course. We'll have a whole new season and get to do this all again, so I'm super excited. But right now, we also want to give a moment to those who performed extremely well. We've been tracking them all throughout the event with our Sony in-zone kill leader race. It's time to see who took it at the end of the day. And guess what? It was Imperial Hal who was your top kill leader over the course of the year for championship. Koifel had been leading this across the first 3.5 days. Verholst, Lou, Effect, and Koifel were there. But I will tell you this, the man who got the most kills today was Effect. He didn't win it all, but he got 3rd place and I believe 2nd place actually, and that was obviously something that was hard to do. He's just been on fire, and one of the reasons that Alliance was so close so many times tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Alliance is going to go back, and on some of the reses in those final zones, I mean, he might have wanted to have his weapon out, but there is no reason for this team to feel anything but accomplished this entire year. They are by far the most dominant team throughout the year, and it's been such a pleasure to watch them, especially as their full unit when they're able to get together, and I have no doubt that they're going to be back with a vengeance.
Well, another element we want to highlight are the moments that make the ALGS Championship. That's why we have our Alienware Aces to end this broadcast, which of course starts with none other than the opening ceremony. I actually wondered what could possibly be better than Sim playing on Saturday, and somehow this team topped it. The introductions, the dancers, Waka from the Yosakoi region, I mean, congratulations to them. They were phenomenal across the board, blending modern dance with traditional Japanese instruments. They've won awards everywhere. They were clapping for our players to enter. And then, of course, you would look at this match point moment. This is Falcons finding a way to take it all to the top. And this is where Go Next changed the course of history. They would actually make sure that Falcons and Alliance could not end it, and they would be the ones to end as well. So we'll end it with this one final thing, the winning moment. We're an underdog. We're someone no one believed in, no one even considered could be raising that trophy, sealed the deal. With the Catalyst pick, not your major pick in this tournament, but a pick that was the winning pick for Go Next as they crossed over the bridge to fight against Virtus Pro and LG and clean this all up. I just gotta say, there's so much here that matters to me, but as I've thought about what this means this year and what it all means with all of our family here, as we are family, and all of the family watching as well at home, and all of the family who have made it out to Japan, I'm struck by this idea that you get to choose your family and you get to say and be dedicated to go and keep showing up for them. Like you at home show up for us. Like the team behind the scenes has shown up 5 months to prepare the most amazing championship, the biggest event we've ever had in ALGS history. And all of the people, the talent behind the scenes, my friends, my colleagues, my peers, who show up every day when they don't have to be the best version of themselves and keep inspiring us all. I am so blessed to have these guys as friends, and I am so blessed in my own personal life to say that I'm welcoming a new member of my family in just a week. My daughter will be joining the scenes. We're gonna need some Apex daycare pretty soon. And a big shout out to Tiff as well, who's watching back. I know she wanted to be here, but we're gonna have a couple of Apex babies as well, guys. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this. We can't thank you enough. Year 4 has come to an end, but year 5 will be here soon. So as always, one final time from Sapporo, we'll say sayonara. And of course, remember to never give up, never stop gaming. And we'll see you all in year 5.
Well, here we go then. This is the moment we've been waiting for. It's been 4 days of action that all lead up to one day. Fate is calling.
Who will be the champions?
Herman Miller, the official chair of the Apex Legends Global Series.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods, top notch. Get them news, not the lesson. Protect your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Then we gon' cut them out. My barber got me looking. Getting faded on that top grade. You ain't walking out alive. You're what we on. They ask me how you be like this. How you be like this? Yeah, swerving. Moving to the money like it's urgent. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. Only thing I'm breaking is a back with a boom. Yeah, baby, go bring out the goodies. Stuck it in inside the hoodie. Now we turning out to boogie. It's cool, I used to fight the bullies. Now I'm fighting in the dark. Guess some things don't leave me for the. The try push me, then the try pull me. Better when I budge. If you die, then this come my pussy. What you think this is? We ain't worried about it. Why she skirt the way they ask me how you be like this? What you think this is? We ain't worried about it. Why she skirt the way they ask me how you be like this? How you live 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 like this?
Alienware, the official PC of the Apex Legends Global Series.
Sony In Zone, the official monitor of the Apex Legends Global Series.